Hello and welcome to News Now on TV360. I am Fidelia Aguncha. A Lagos High Court has ordered the interim forfeiture of over $793 million hidden in 7 commercial banks in Nigeria. Justice Chuka Obiozo in his ruling said the money kept in the banks is in violation of the Constitution and the Treasury single account policy of the federal government. He directed the banks to remit the funds to the CBN Asset Recovery Dollar account. The court, however, did not reveal the identity of those who had stashed the funds in the banks. Nigeria's acting president Yemi Osinbajo has written to the National Assembly declaring his intentions to make changes to the 2017 budget. In his letter, the acting president is seeking to reallocate funds in the budget to cover projects across many MDAs, particularly the Ministry of Power Works and Housing. The proposed amount to be reallocated is 135.6 billion naira. The lawmakers are expected to deliberate on the letter in the coming days. The appeal court in Yola has quashed the 5-year prison sentence given to a former governor of the Adamawa state, Bala James Ngilari. Ngilari was arraigned for corruption by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and sentenced to 5 years in prison in March this year. However, in April, he was granted bail to the tune of 100 million naira on health grounds. After winning his bail application, Ngilari took his appeal against his conviction to the Yola Division of the Court of Appeal. The court has now ruled in his favor, nullifying his prison sentence. Acting President Yemi Osinbajo has ordered security reinforcement in Kaduna State following the communal clashes in Kajuru local government area of the state. The crisis, which was between a Fulani settlement and the Kadara community in the region, resulted in the death of over 40 people. It has also left over 400 indigenes of the community, including women and children, displaced. Human rights organization Amnesty International has accused Cameroonian forces of torturing suspects in their campaign against Islamist group Boko Haram. In a new report published on Thursday, Amnesty International said hundreds of Boko Haram suspects in Cameroon are being brutally tortured, with much of the act happening at a base used by American and French troops. Amnesty's report documented 101 cases of arrest and torture by Cameroonian troops charged with fighting the insurgents between 2013 and 2017. The Cameroonian army has, however, dismissed the report, insisting it remains professional in discharging its duties. The U.S. State Department has said the number of terrorist attacks worldwide has dropped in 2016 for the second straight year. The decline was driven by decreases in Afghanistan, Syria, Nigeria, Pakistan, and Yemen. According to the report, the total number of terrorist attacks in 2016 dropped by 9% compared to 2015, while fatalities caused by the attack fell 13% so far. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, says there is no evidence of 97 Nigerians being killed by Cameroonian forces. According to him, the 97 deaths represent the accumulation of all the Nigerians that had been killed in previous incidents in the Bakassi area since 2008. Onyema made the clarification before the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs. The minister, who was represented by the permanent secretary in the ministry, said independent investigation had shown that such killings did not occur and that the deaths recorded were not orchestrated by the security forces. The All Progressive Congress (APC) says it has set up a committee to address the persistent issues facing the party, including restructuring. While briefing newsmen in Abuja after its monthly Governors Forum meeting, APC's National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi said the committee is to splatter the restructuring aim of the party, as stated in the 2015 manifesto. The committee will be chaired by Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai.
What we are talking about is a committee that will articulate what APC means by restructuring. Because we've realized that over a couple of days now, or if not weeks, when people use the word restructuring, we are no longer sure they are talking about the same thing. And people have gone about saying APC promised restructuring. So we need to sit down as a party to also develop a shared understanding of what we mean by restructuring in our manifesto. I'll be chaired by the governor of Kaduna. I'll give you the list of the members of the committee. is mainly to define exactly what APC mean by restructuring, so that every member will know exactly what we mean. It is not a committee to set up modalities for restructuring. I need to make that very clear.
I've been on this matter of convention, but you know, as a party and the ruling party, and the president is a leader of this party. One, before getting to the convention, there's a kind of process. One, the NWC, the National Working Committee, must set and agree on the time, and at the same time, we have to adopt what the report submitted by the National Working Committee to the larger NEC members, which president must be in attendance as a leader of the party. And you know the situation of our president today. We have been fixing time, but because of his illness, we cannot be able to hold the NEC meeting. But we have to put a kind of process in place so as that we can be able, at least, this is a mid-term convention we're talking about, not to elective convention. It's not elective convention. This delegate that we're talking, 3 delegates from the state, that's going to commence on Saturday, is on Saturday, next July 29, is to come for this convention, non-elective convention, to repeal some vacancies that are taken in the executive side, and those that died, and those that went for other commitment.
Authorities in Lagos State say one of its officials accused of shooting a tanker driver in Apapa Wharf has been arrested. In a statement released by the command spokesperson Ngilari Famous, the force said the policeman would be charged to court immediately. The statement also confirmed the arrest of 18 suspected hoodlums for the kills in Apapa, adding that investigations have begun. The arrest comes after an angry mob set 2 banks ablaze after a policeman attached to a Diamond Bank branch on Broma Road allegedly shot and killed a tanker driver. Nigeria's Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has retracted his statement on a proposed ban on the production of music videos and films outside the country. He had previously condemned the current situation where Nigerian films, reality TV shows, and music videos were shot outside the country. Following the backlash from that statement, the minister says the ban will now be on content programs meant for Nigerians. According to him, he was not appointed minister to develop the economy of other countries at the expense of the Nigerian economy.
Yeah, relax. That is my brother, and I want him out of this station now. Okay. Can I just see the IPO of this case? IPO. How are you?
No, welcome, sir.
That is my brother, and I want him out of this station now.
Do you know the offense he has committed, sir?
What do you guys want for the weekend? Okay, let me see your DPO.
This way, sir.
Oh, better. You don't know me here. That boy is my brother, and I want you to assist me to free him.
The man found the gun, confessed to robbery.
Things like this happen. 200,000 naira for you.
Are you bribing me?
500,000 naira.
Robbery suspect?
1 million naira.
That is corruption. Not allowed in this division.
1 million.
Remember,
Police is your friend. Giving and taking bribe is wrong.
corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. It's time for business with Thelma Okoro.
Thank you, Fidelia. The Naira remained steady on the foreign exchange markets at the close of trading today. This comes amid increased dollar supply from offshore investors and regular interventions from the Central Bank of Nigeria. The Naira was quoted at 367 to the dollar on the black market, the same level as recorded last week, while on the official window it has struck around 305.90 to the dollar since August this year. Minister of Finance Kemi Adeosun has revealed the country recovers stolen funds on a daily basis. According to her, the recovered loot will be used to fund the 2017 budget. This makes it the first time the minister is revealing such information. She, however, failed to state just how much has been recovered by the Buhari-led administration. Group Managing Director of NNPC Maikanti Barrow says the country now produces 2.2 million barrels of crude oil per day. He says Nigeria is now among the top 20 nations in terms of hydrocarbon reserves, producing 8 billion standard cubic feet of gas per day. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government has announced plans to stop the importation of fuel by 2019 with the approval of a new national oil policy by the Federal Executive Council. Oil prices held steady on Thursday, hanging on to gains made the previous session. Brent crude futures were at $49.68 per barrel, while U.S. crude futures were at $47.09 per barrel. Crude oil prices are still capped below the $50 per barrel mark on concerns about high production from OPEC, despite its pledge to cut output along with some other producers in the market. That's all on business news. Up next, we have sports and international. Stay tuned.
Corruption not in my country.
Mr. John! Mr. John! What is it now?
What is it now?
Please turn down the volume of your music. It's too loud.
And how is that your business?
It is disturbing me. I can't sleep.
And the same way you are disturbing my right to good music and where I enjoy it. Eh? What's wrong with you? Is any other person complaining?
Maybe we thought that you have lost your mind. Are you having a party?
I'm just respecting you, sir. You remember I paid my husband too.
You will not understand why we are complaining because you do not care about other people except yourself. Look, the transformation we need in this country begins in this compound.
Yes, now.
From you, and I. This your selfishness is an offshoot of corruption. And corruption not in my country. Oh, you know, go to your bank. Go.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. President of Angola, Jose Eduardo dos Santos, has returned from Barcelona weeks after a medical trip to the Spanish city. Dos Santos, Africa's second longest ruler, arrived in Luanda late on Wednesday after leaving for Spain on July 3rd. Authorities said without giving details of his trip or his condition. It was his second trip to the Spanish city in the last 3 months. U.S. Senator John McCain has been diagnosed with brain cancer. A statement from his office said he was recuperating at his home in Arizona and appreciates the outpouring of support he has received over the last few days. The statement adds McCain would decide when to return to the Senate as he consults with his medical advisors. Moving on to sports stories now, Nigeria's football chief Amaju Pinnick says he is in support of the plan to expand the Cup of Nations to 24 teams. The current format of the tournament only admits 16 teams. According to Pinnick, the expansion will give other smaller African nations a chance to participate in the tournament. The decision to expand is also expected to increase financial revenue accrued from the tournament. It will be ratified by the CAF Executive Committee at the CAF General Assembly scheduled for Friday. Chelsea are expected to complete the signing of Spanish forward Alvaro Morata in the coming days. The London club has agreed a €70 million fee with Real Madrid for the forward, who is currently in England to discuss terms of his contract. He will join up the Chelsea squad, who are in pre-season tour of China after he is done with his medicals. The Tennis Integrity Unit says it is investigating 3 matches at the 2017 Wimbledon for suspected match fixing. The unit in the statement did not mention the matches under investigation, but says alerts were triggered on 2 matches at the qualifying event and 1 from the main draw. The alert will be assessed and reviewed with an announcement expected later. Well, that's all on News Now. Thanks for watching. I am Fidelia Aguncha.